When imagining AI art, the first thing that likely comes to mind is the cool images you saw on Instagram or Twitter of vast landscapes or intricate, realistic portraits of people with weird fingers. This is all innocent and fun, obviously, but it can have serious ramifications on the art world. Some believe it will never take over the human mind, while others believe it's only a matter of time before people are taken over by robots. Who knows? You may fall in the middle, or realistically, not even care, as it doesn't affect the common person. It only affects artists or people in a similar field. The common belief for a long time has been that AI could never be able to replicate human creativity, and as the technology was primitive, this was true. However, this has become more nuanced and, well, difficult to tell as technology has progressed. AI was used to create a movie trailer for Fox's horror movie Morgan. This was done by feeding the program scenes of the movie and other common horror movie trailers as a template to follow. An even scarier example is when in 2022, Jason Allen won a Colorado art show using AI art. This was under scrutiny as it was deemed to not be creative, as was the horror movie trailer. Creativity is defined as coming up with one's own ideas to create something new. While the examples given don't show the textbook definition of creativity, Kevin Kirkpatrick believes that it can mimic creativity to a degree that normal people wouldn't even be able to tell. Of course, this is detrimental as this is the one thing nobody believed for the longest time that AI could replicate. But if it can mimic it well enough, who cares? As it turns out, many probably care, more than you would think. One would need no other examples than people paying millions of dollars for an original piece of art from one of the greats such as Da Vinci, Picasso, or more recently, Banksy. One can find these paintings or other works online and see them for free, or even just buy a replica for as little as $30. People seem to be drawn to the real one. And as this is the case, artists are likely safe in this respect for now. AI has been used in the art world, especially in animation, as early as the 70s through a process known as interpolation. This is where AI goes in and draws frames in between other frames to make the movement smoother. This job is seen as done best when done by an actual person. The job's called an in-betweener. But as the technology grows, this job will be less and less needed. As it stands, it's a divisive subject. There's a YouTube channel called Noodle who goes into further detail on interpolation from the perspective of a professional animator. He finds it cheap in that it spits in the face of artist's intent when done cheaply. But it can be a strong tool when used properly. This could obviously hurt the jobs of animators and already has to some extent, but there is still a market for fluid, bouncy, or quick animation, which can only be done by a person for now. Look no further than anime, a popular medium that still sticks to the traditional means of animation, and when done by a single individual, can be some of the most popular and well-received pieces of art in the modern day. But this grows less and less popular as studios move to CGI animation. All of this leads to my last point, and it's something I've mentioned and alluded to a lot through this video, and that's the idea of replacement. It's been seen before, where a profession is replaced with robots that can do a job better and cheaper, such as the automotive industry, where it's almost completely automated now. Could this happen to the art field? Well, it's entirely dependent on the companies who employ artists. Simplicity and minimalism is the popular thing right now, like Google and the Kroger ads. These lack character and can be easily done by a computer. Same thing goes for the previously mentioned anime industry. CGI anime has been getting increasingly popular, and even though it's widely regarded as inferior, it's still growing, so the prospect of replacement ultimately comes down to the company. And as seen in this Vox article, animators are worked nearly to death with little pay, especially in Japan. One man even took his own life and worked a reported 600 hours the month before his passing. These companies will do anything to save cost. And if AI art becomes the cheapest way to produce the product they want, then it's most likely they will do what they deem necessary. And this could include complete replacement of the artist. Ultimately, when looking at the information, I honestly can't say whether the jobs of artists are secure. Many love authenticities, but company will do anything to get money they deem as theirs. The outcry online has been quite vocal, with some even calling AI art evil. This is obviously delusional, but the message is clear, so I can't say for sure whether or not the jobs are safe. But I do know that the new technology is not going away. The genie can't be put back in the bottle.